Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. Here is the topic, very important topic for the students. Important topic for the students, phrase and clause. Phrase and clause. Let's identify what is a phrase and what is a clause. There's the difference. There are two different things are they. এরা কিন্তু দুইটি আলাদা বিষয়, কিন্তু sometimes we do the mistakes. Let's first know what is a phrase. A phrase is a combination of words, two or more words, but not in a sentence. There is not a subject and there is not a finite verb. A phrase is the combination of few words, some words, but not a sentence. এটা কিন্তু কোনো sentence নয়. Phrase is not a sentence, but clause is a sentence that are combined with some words. A clause is a combination of some words and that is a sentence. There is a subject and a finite verb. But do we know? আমরা কি চিনতে পারি which one is clause, which one is phrase? Phrase কিন্তু কোনো sentence নয়, but clause is a sentence. Clauses are of three types: principal clause, subordinate clause and coordinate clause. But phrase is not a sentence, but clause is a sentence. Principal clause should be there, may be there or should be there, subordinate clause should be there or coordinate clause should be there. And in a clause there will be two sentences, দুইটি সেন্টেন্স থাকবে, but in phrase there is no one sentence, no sentence, কোনো সেন্টেন্স থাকবে না. Let's identify. Then it will be easier to you to identify what is a phrase and what is a clause. Okay, let's see. First sentence. The man is, I know the man who is a doctor. I know the man who is a doctor. আমি মানুষটাকে চিনি যিনি একজন ডাক্তার. এখানে দুইটি সেন্টেন্স আছে. এই জায়গায় কয়টি সেন্টেন্স আছে? দুইটি. ইউ সি, I know the man. Subject, finite verb and then object. Subject, finite verb এবং object. Up to this, a full sentence, and this is the principal clause. And who is a doctor? Who is a doctor? It is another sentence. Here who is indicating man, the man. Who মানুষটাকে বোঝাচ্ছে, who is a doctor? It is another sentence. And first one is principal clause and second one is subordinate clause because it is depending on first one. Second part is depending on first one. Second, দ্বিতীয় অংশটুকু প্রথম অংশের উপর নির্ভর করছে. সুতরাং first one is principal clause, second one is subordinate clause. Who is a doctor? I know the man who is a doctor. আমি মানুষটাকে চিনি যিনি একজন ডাক্তার. যিনি একজন ডাক্তার, ইটস এ সাবঅর্ডিনেট ক্লজ. সো দেয়ার ইজ নো ফ্রেজ. এখানে কোনো এই সেন্টেন্সে কোনো ফ্রেজ নেই. এবার আসি দ্বিতীয় সেন্টেন্সে. টু টেল এ লাই ইজ এ গ্রেট সিন. দেয়ার আর টু পার্টস অলসো. টু টেল এ লাই is a great sin. This is the main verb. Is the main verb. To tell a lie. Here tell is no finite verb. Tell is not a finite verb and there is no subject. To tell a lie, this is totally a subject. এই to tell a lie-টা এটাই হচ্ছে subject and it is an infinitive phrase. This part is an infinitive phrase, to tell a lie. To tell is infinitive, to tell a lie is an infinitive phrase. Infinitive phrase. So this is not a sentence. So obviously number 2 is only one sentence. To tell a lie is a great sin. What is a great sin? To tell a lie is a great sin. It indicates what? সুতরাং এই অংশটুকুই টু টেল এ লাই হচ্ছে সাবজেক্ট অফ দিস সেন্টেন্স. এই পুরো সেন্টেন্সের সাবজেক্ট হচ্ছে ইনফিনিটিভ ফ্রেজ টু টেল এ লাই. Then is the main verb and a great sin is object or extension. So this is a simple sentence. but this is a complex sentence. Here is a phrase and there is, in first sentence there is no phrase, সেখানে কোনো phrase নেই. Number 3, I want to do the work. একইভাবে I is the subject, want is the finite verb. I is the subject, want is finite verb. And to do the work, this is infinitive phrase. To do is infinitive and to do the work is infinitive phrase. এটা হচ্ছে infinitive phrase. সুতরাং this is a simple sentence and to do the work is a phrase. To do the work is a phrase. To do the work is a phrase. Okay, what is said is known to me. What is said is known to me. Number 4. Is there any phrase? এখানে কি কোনো phrase আছে? Most probably not. Here is not a phrase. What is said is a clause, is a sentence, and is known to me, it's another clause. And this is principal clause. This is principal clause. এইটা হচ্ছে principal clause. আর what is said is subordinate clause. What is the main verb? What is said is known to me. What is the main verb here? Here is the main verb because it is noun clause. First part is a noun clause. It is a sentence. What is said? It's a sentence and is known to me. It's another sentence. So it's a complex sentence. There is no phrase. But tell me where he lives. Not but, and. Tell me where he lives. There is no phrase. এখানেও কোনো phrase নেই. আমাদেরকে কিন্তু আইডেন্টিফাই করতে হবে. If we fail to identify what is a phrase, what is a clause, then we will never be able to understand phrase and clause. আমরা phrase এবং clause কিন্তু বুঝবো না যদি আমরা আলাদা করে এটাকে বুঝতে না পারি, উপস্থাপন করতে না পারি, আইডেন্টিফাই করতে না পারি. এদিকে আমাদের কিন্তু একটু স্মরণ রাখতে হবে. Tell me, it's a sentence. You tell me. You tell me. You is omitted. It's an imperative part. Imperative form. Tell me, আমাকে বলো where he lives. সে কোথায় থাকে, কোথায় বাস করে. This is principal clause and where he lives is subordinate clause. So it's also a complex sentence. First one is complex sentence. Second one is simple sentence. Third one is simple sentence. Fourth one is complex sentence. And fifth one is complex sentence. So in number 1 there are two clauses. There are two clauses. In number 4 and 5 there are also two clauses. But in number 2 and 3 there are no more than one clause. সেখানে একটার বেশি ক্লজ নেই. And 2 and 3 are two simple sentences. 2 এবং 3 এরা সিম্পল সেন্টেন্স. এখানে 2 নম্বরে ফ্রেজ আছে, 3 নম্বরে ফ্রেজ আছে, আর 1, 4, 5-এ কোনো ফ্রেজ নেই. Try to understand and get in your life. Thank you very much.